So the distribution time of use tariff is a specific tariff that you can enter if you have a tariff that is related to a color, typically green, yellow, or red. Um, in a lot of smaller commercial or domestic properties, uh, you won't see this tariff. It will be embedded within your day or night tariff. But for larger commercial sites in the UK and across the world, you will get this specific tariff extrapolated and shown within your bill. So you can basically either choose no tariff, i.e. you don't want to have a distribution tariff, or you don't have a specific one that you need to enter, or we can create a new tariff, or we can choose an existing one. I'm just going to choose an existing one because that will just make it easier to see what's going on. So essentially, what you need to do is you need to split out your tariff that you see by different names. I typically give them the color that it relates to, and then whether it's a weekday or a weekend, and whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of that particular color and day of the week. So for each one, you will have to give it a tariff color. So the red component, we'll choose red out of the red, yellow, green. We'll say which months and days of the year does this actually apply to. Effectively, in this case, we're saying it's from the 1st of January to the 31st of December, so it's all year. But what we're saying is that actually it starts at 5 o'clock, it ends at 9 o'clock, and it's only on weekdays, Monday to Friday. And here's the rate in pounds per kilowatt hour. Typically, you don't need to adjust and give a percentage uptick or downtick. The default of 100 will work. But essentially what you need to be able to do is to build up throughout the year when you're going to get charged for red, yellow and green charges, if these are specific to you. You can effectively, with any table that you import or creating, you can add new rows and delete those rows and build it up. But effectively, you want to make sure that all of the periods that you are charged red, yellow and green are entered into this table, and that you then save and continue. You need to give it a name up here so that we can, you've got it referenced for your project. And again, you'll be able to choose from ones that you've already set up in your assumptions tables, or you can say, actually, I don't have one, or you can create a new one. There is also an element to this where you may want to build, if you've got complex distribution tariffs, such as in Mexico, for instance, you may want to actually just build the distribution tariff from dates and rates. So if we click this particular one, what you will see is you'll get two tables. So the first table is essentially when the different tariff colors apply. So essentially what you'll do is you'll say, right, all of my greens apply on these months between these times, and you'll just add and create that, build that table up. The second table is effectively then telling you between which periods what the green, yellow and red rate are. So in some of the Latin American countries, you can actually get these tables that are potentially 120 or 130 rows long, and you just don't want to do that. So it's much easier just to say that my green period is between these times, my yellows between these, and my reds between these, and then to state the costs for each of those in this table here. And when you click Save and Continue, it will then go off in the background and create that complex distribution tariff table, so you don't have to enter all of those rows. So for 120 rows, you may only have to sort of enter about 12 rows between these two tables here. So it's a way of you actually building a complex distribution tariff up in more detail. Again, if you need more help with this, please give us a call and we can guide you through what you need to do. But hopefully that has been of use. Okay, thanks.